hopefully you can hear me. Got anybody out there? Let me know if you can hear me. Do I have audio today? Hopefully you can hear me. Got anybody out there? All right. I guess we can get rolling. People join, people join. If they don't, they don't. I think we got somebody out there. Got anybody out there listening to us today? Hey, hey, Iwanaku Metal, huh? How are you doing this morning? Well, good morning, Miss Lady Locks. How are you today? Sweet beanies. Let me know if you feel up to getting on and talking this early morning. Let's see. Most excellent. Love it. Here. Yep. This. Playing here on the side a little bit while I get still rolling this morning. Still having my coffee, getting myself juiced up and ready for Rumble. Throw this over here as well. All right. Well, first thing I wanted to dive into this morning, a little bit of a mail call. It's already open, but I wanted to go over some of the new stickers that I received in the mail yesterday, among other things. Finally got my first this Samu Sushi sticker. He's got a cool sticker. I love his design. Mitten Made Lock Sports. I've got a huge shout out for these guys, man. That is just an amazing group. Absolutely love them. Let's see, Mrs. Stew. You know, my wife's been looking at these stickers, and now all of a sudden she wants her own logo and stickers. So I guess I get to work on that next. Southpaw Pete, Lock Chuck, Moke. I love his little Christmas one. That one's pretty cool. I got this one. I don't know who this is. If anybody out there knows who that sticker belongs to, let me know. Good morning, Charles. How are you today? All right. So those came in a package yesterday, and I had to play with it and see if it would fit in one of my cases, and they do. Look at this. Moke Workshops. This was there. Which set was this called? Minimalist set. Been playing with those a little bit. Man, those are long, but I like them. They're quite nice. They're very, very slick. I love these tension tools. They are amazing. That's Stu 2 Locks and Nico sticker. Huh, that's this one. All right. I hadn't seen that one before, so I wasn't sure. Thank you for letting me know on that one. Stu 2 Locks and Nico. I'm gonna have to get all of those stuffed into my book here, but I'll mess with that later on today. Move that stuff out of the way. But yes, so this was sent to me via Mitten Made. These were donated by Grouchy Lenny. So Grouchy Lenny, thank you very much. Um, it's kind of neat to play with some different brands and styles of picks. and see how they roll and see how they compare, see what I can do with them, which isn't much, but hey, that's how it goes. Good morning, Newhouse. How are you today? So yeah, but I was really somebody had asked me at one point if the Mokies would fit in the Southern Specialties medium case or large case, and yes, they do. They fill it. I mean, they fill it all the way to the top, but they do fit. It does zip shut. So actually, this minimalist set works very nicely in that kit. So I happen to have an extra bag pouch laying around. So that is the new home for the Moke tools. I'm not really sure on these. I hear a lot of people call them Moki, but this and the website says Moke, so we'll go with that. Very nice tools, very well built. I love the idea that he did with the extra tip in the end, where if you break one, you could just take it apart, cut it off, flip it over, and you got your pick back again. Well, how are you guys doing this wonderful? Hopefully, you're staying safe and warm. I see we are a balmy 5 below right now. Last time I looked, it was about 25 below with the wind chill this morning. So it's a good day to be in here. And hey, it's warmed up a little bit. It's minus 15 right now. So good day to be in here and online playing with everybody else, right? Can't hardly knock that. So if some of you saw my video from the other day, I was playing with some locks because I had a pack lock that I managed to spin the core the wrong way, which I did this once before too. So shame on me, right? But I could not get that sucker undone for anything. And when I had it, so here's the core that came out of there. This first pin, when it was flipped upside down, I could not get that pin to push out of the way so that I could turn the core. I mean, I dang near broke a pick trying to get that sucker to turn. It was crazy seized up. So I drilled out the lock nut and I purchased a couple extra cores and I just recored the lock. So there's that. So at least my lock's back to pickable again. 20 outside, 61 inside. I won't even tell you what it is inside. My wife likes it cold when we sleep. So yeah, we're I think actually colder than that in this house. But hey, such is life. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also have some more poker chips. Shackleman Cuff Club. Mrs. Stew. Grouchy Lenny. I was at Menards the other day, and they've got these magnetic rail strips. Came in a 3-pack for $10, different lengths. So I'm going to be putting these up to hold my poker chips to display them. Might try and mount those on the wall underneath my lock rack that I've got all my locks hanging on. I think that'd work pretty good. Yeah, I know I had a tool for it, and like I said, I've done it before, and I've been able to unlock it and rotate it. But for whatever reason, that one pin, even after I got the core out playing with it, I could not get that one pin to push down out of there. It was somehow seized up. It would freely drop into the lock, but it wouldn't drop out to get out of the way to let that core turn. It was just seized up, solid as could be. It was crazy. So I don't know what was going on there. All right, move some of this stuff out of the road. Keep an eye on what's happening here. Got lovely Discord running, got YouTube running, got my restream going. It's a busy day. But one thing I noticed, so this one, I put a new core in this lock. This thing takes a crazy amount to get it to turn. And when I turn the key, I can actually watch the shackle move down. So it's really, really tight. So that one's going to take some serious tension, I think, to work with that lock. Now, if I push in on the shackle, it's free. So it's just binding up in there on that one. But that's all right. Another part of the challenge, right? See what we can get rolling. gas stove and it helps. Yes. Let's just pull out a few things. One thing I haven't played with on this yet is the rake. So pull out some of these other tensioners, and I really didn't look too close at these. Yeah, so the other tensioners that came in there came with these Z bars, and then it came with 4 of these. It's just a long and a short. They're the same width on both sides, different thicknesses, of course. So very nice tools that were in that pack. Really pretty impressed with them so far. Let's just see if the rakes. I'm used to using like a triple, or I mean a quad or a quint rake, not a triple. Morning, Lockchuck. How are you today? Oh, dang, I'm fighting with that one. What if I go grab? Fall out of there. What the heck? We'll just get lots of tools out. I think it's just going to be a learning curve on learning I need to work on my raking because I really suck at it. These little simple locks are no problem, but yeah, I'm not raking that lock with this rake. What's the secret, guys? What's the secret sauce? Hey, now that one popped right open. Just didn't like the green one. Let's go. There's a master US lock. What are these US locks? Just says Master Lock DG. So what model would you say those are? Very pretty lock. Really like it. Good looking. Mhm. You know, I'm kind of glad I don't have those days anymore where I have to work outside in this kind of junk weather. I can't say I miss that. Yeah, I was seeing some of his stuff out there. I need to go. I need to go watch some videos and try and learn a little bit. I am just not very good at raking. Some of these real simple locks, I can knock those things out, but I see some of you guys out there raking far more difficult locks. And it's like, how the heck are you doing that? I don't know if I've ever raked this little master here. Dana Reed. I missed you when you hopped in there earlier. We'll play with this one. This is a dead cord, dead shackle lock. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, I was very, very happy to get a hold of these. Give me a chance to try out some other brands of picks. I've been pretty much a one-trick pony, which is fine. They have treated me extremely well. Yeah, raking is hit and miss for me too. Depends on the lock. Like I said, those little, these little white and yellow belt locks, they're pretty dang easy. I can pop those things usually pretty dang quick, depending on the lock. Most of them are pretty simple. Like I said, the best luck I've had has been with this quad peak. You're sneaky that way. Yeah. And this was one, this little master, this painted laminated lock. This one has always been kind of a fight for me with raking. and I don't really know why, because it shouldn't be difficult, but for some reason it is. You're better at raking than single pin picking. Well, I can't say that I'm good at either one, so hey, there is that. As you can see, I can't even rake this one. This one's always been, like I said, a struggle bus for me, though. I have never had good luck raking this lock. Anyway, yeah, I see some of you guys out there raking, man, some of these lotto locks and heck, even the American 1100s, the pack locks. I get nowhere. These up there with the others. Yeah, I think all of them that I'm able to rake, I can single pin pick. But, you know, I this American 1100, I have pretty good luck with it. I've been trying to work on this one because this is one that doesn't have a key. So I want to get this picked open and then tear it apart, and then I want to try my hand at making a key for it. I haven't been able to get that thing open yet. So that one's still a fight. U.S. Dination all steel lock. No, can't say I've heard of that one. Looks like an American keyway. Yeah, I know I have a couple of 1100s that have master keyways in them. Master, I think they're 6-pin master cores. Yeah, that's what I need to work on is my tensioning. I think that's a lot of my problem on these, on raking, is figuring out the tension. I just need to spend more time playing with it. I'm a very impatient person. I pick up a lock and I mess with it, and if I don't get anywhere within about 2 minutes, I put it down and move on to something else. So there is that. Yeah, might have to lose my sweatshirt this morning. I thought it was going to be colder down here in my hidey hole than it is, but it is not. And here's another one. I've got this Master 532. Can't rake it. Never been able to. I can single pin pick it, but I can't rake it. And even single pin picking is kind of hit or miss. Go figure. There's another Master. What was this one? A 530. That's another one that I've single pin picked that one open, but I don't think I've ever been able to rake this one. Hey, transparent eyeball, how are you this morning? G Keyman AM1 key. What is AM1 key? That's generally the key on the American locks. Hey there, I was able to rake that one open. I just like this one. I think that's just a pretty lock. The Master did. It is torable. What the heck? Oh, my stupid phone. Hang on. Anybody else have a phone that just has a mind totally of its own? I don't know if you guys could hear that. My phone, just randomly out of the blue, just starts playing my Sirius XM. Middle of the freaking night, and all of a sudden it's rocking out. And yeah, that 530 is a fun lock. I like that one. And like I said, I like the look of it. It's just a pretty little lock. Ah, the US Dination is an AM1. Gotcha. Trying to keep up with the chat, but I'm old and slow, so sometimes I fall behind. Yeah, and I know, like I said, I've seen people rake these little abuses. No such luck on that one. 7440. I haven't even gotten that thing single pin picked yet. That's how slow and behind the eight ball I am. But No, I don't. And I've even gone through and done a complete reset of my phone to start over, and it just randomly does it. I've got really weird things that happen with this phone. I was dealing with it's a One Plus. I've been dealing with their tech support because I have some Bluetooth issues as well. Horrible. I'll never own a One Plus phone again. I love the phone, the camera and stuff. Man, it's an amazing device, but their support is absolutely horrible. I've had it less than a year. They agreed to, or they finally said, okay, yeah, well, we'll send you a label so you can send it in to get it repaired since the Bluetooth doesn't work. But you'll be without a phone for a month. Um, no exchange, no offer for anything. Not willing to help take care of you. Well, I require this thing for my job, so I can't be without a cell phone for a month. And I'm certainly not going to go buy a second phone just so I can have a spare phone while I wait for them to fix mine. So here in another month or two, I will probably get rid of this one and get something else. And that's what I'm wondering if it's because of the Bluetooth issues that I'm having with this phone, if that's what's causing it. If it doesn't randomly think it's hooked up to something new and kicks off and does its thing. I don't know. Yeah, I really like these Moke Workshop Z bars. This is really nice. This is the 1.2 millimeter. They're crazy long, just kind of like their tools. It's kind of nuts, but hey, whatever works, right? Zenny Z16. That's another lock I haven't heard of. Of course, I kind of live in a bubble out here. About the only thing I can find are Americans or Masters. That is like the only thing sold anywhere around here, unless I ordered online, which I have done with Packlock. And I had one Packlock sent to me, so I am working my way up. I've started progressive pinning on those because they're kind of driving me nuts. But I noticed the one of them that I put a new core in yesterday. Man, that thing is so honking gritty. I'm really struggling with moving the pins at all in that lock. They are just bound up something crazy, but I'll figure it out. Part of the challenge, right? And who knows where I took it apart and redid everything and put it back in. I might need to give it a clean or lube it. That would probably help those pins a little bit. Cleaning the lab, yeah. As you can see from my mess, I need to clean. I need to get down here one day and just work. I've got ham radio equipment over on this side, and then I've got piles of junk and garbage that I just need to go through so that I can expand out and have a little more room. Because it's British made, full brass. Nice. Yeah, there's some really pretty locks out there. I guess I'm gonna have to start shopping on the Discord lock store. Maybe hit some eBay stuff. See what I can find for some of these neat locks. I don't know. I'm kind of holding off while I continue work on some of these. I really want to get to where I can. I need to learn a better. I need to get better at feeling what the pins are telling me. I listen to some of you guys picking them, and just by the feedback you get, you're saying, "Oh, wow, that's this kind of pin. That's that kind of pin. Here's what's going on." I'm not there yet. I'm still a work in progress. But like I said, part of my problem is patience. I have so little of it that I give up way too quick instead of spending my time feeling my way through it and learning. So can't blame anybody but myself on that. I like these little screw-on handles too, but man, give me an idea. Look at the size difference in those picks. I mean, that is a crazy big handle on these Mokes. I have a couple Americans that I can get picked. That I can. This one I can get. This one takes a little bit. It. I haven't quite figured out the pin order yet, but so it takes me a little bit. I just have to single click it and work my way back and forth, and eventually I get there. I have another one. Well, I was picking and doing that one. I was actually. This is the American. So I screwed up yesterday. Seems to be an awful lot of screw ups in my background, but hey, I guess it's part of the learning process, right? Pain. So I redid because, as you can see, I bought a core for the 1100. Hopefully, you can see there. Um, this was the first American 1100 I ever had, and I did not have a good set of tools at all. I did not have good tension wrenches, and the wrenches I were using just destroyed this keyway. They just chewed that thing apart. So again, I ordered a new core. I took it apart, and I took the same pins out and moved them to the new core. Well, 'cause what are the Americans? Are they 5 pin? I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, 5 pin it looks like. So when I put it back together, pulled my core out, I started putting in all my pins, put my core back in, I put the key in, core turned, okay, I'm good to go. I wasn't good to go. I realized afterwards exactly what I did. I started at the back, put in my pins going forward, then I flipped over, started the front, came back the rest of the way, and I started at hole 6 and went down. So I have a pin back here in 6 that my key is not hitting. And I got to try and figure out how the heck to reach around back there to be able to push that thing all the way down into the core so that I can release it. Gonna take a deep hook and some patience, and that just happened yesterday. So, as you can gather from listening to me, I am the epitome of a problem child. Part of that has to do with usually distracted while I'm picking. I usually don't have much time to truly just sit and pick. Zoe the cat. Good morning. I think I have one of your stickers or something around here somewhere. I don't know. Need to go through my book again and see whose I have. I've got a few of my poker chips and stickers that I've sent off to some people, so could see some of mine rolling into circulation. I know I sent some off to Lady Locks the other day. Hopefully, they made it to her in one piece. I had Spontaneous Disintegration was asking about those master locks that I've got. I sent him one of the master locks and stickers and poker chips and a few other little odds and ends. So sounded like he got his hands on that, and we'll play with that lock a little bit. So it pays to pay attention to your local Facebook Marketplace stuff. You find stuff sometimes really good deals. Pocket Woman, how are you this morning? Or I guess, what is it for you this evening? Late afternoon. You are you get around, man. You are in everybody's feed and videos, aren't you? That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's more of a hobby for me too. I need to get back to trying to do some of my. I was doing videos for introductory stuff for American contingency group that I'm in, and I need to get back to just showing some basics for those guys and trying to walk through. I'm trying to get some of them to get involved, but it's been a real struggle bus. It's you got the looky loos. It's kind of the same way on YouTube. You got people that are on there and they're watching, but they really don't participate. They don't talk. But it is what it is. Kind of neat. I've got the chat up in Restream and in YouTube, and watching the differences of how they come in is kind of cool. A little bit of a delay or lag in there. I really wish I could get this to work right with OBS Studio. It will, but if I do that, then I can never have a guest join me because I don't support that. which is a bummer because I would really like to. That would allow me to do some of my other cameras, to have multiple cameras I can change views, but doing it through Restream, it changes it comes through backwards. Holy cow. I got more noise kicking off. Yeah, me too. This is not too bad of a turnout for a early Sunday morning. It's because everybody's frozen over here, pocket women. So they're all inside trying to stay warm, find something to do. At least that's what I'm doing. I think we're supposed to get colder through today, so we're not done. I think we're supposed to hit quite a bit down. Hey, there we go. See, I told you I can pick this one. This one just takes me a little bit. Yeah, they are like a puzzle. I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. My sister-in-law is a massive garage sailor, so I'm gonna have to talk to her about paying attention and watching for some locks out there as she's hitting those, and pick me up some padlocks from those. That's where you sometimes can find some of those old ones or odd ones that you don't normally see. I'll probably just tell her if it's a master lock, just ignore it. Don't need them. But find something else or something that looks really old, grab them up. Oh, that's going to be a thinner tool. L to the L. Yeah, yeah, it's not a bad looking one. I've got a few different colors now with the locks of those. I've got here's a really old, well seasoned purple one. Got blue. I've got green. Actually, a green one is in my giveaway. Speaking of which, I might have to pull up and go over the. That's kind of cool. Um, go over the entries I've got in my giveaway. See what we've. I think I'm up to like 31 or 32 people in there now, which is out freaking standing. Let's have a quick peek. Come on. 100 sub giveaway. It's been fun watching some of the videos from people trying to figure out how to make them work and pick it right-handed, left-handed. It's amazing the difference, right? I'll swap over and try right-handed once in a while, and holy cow, it just feels so unnatural. It's like, how the heck do you do that? So, kind of fun. All right, it's up. Let's see if I can carry screen. All right, so hopefully everybody can see my screen over here. Todio, Dots Locks 14, Eric Kresh 3268, McD Poor, Dana Reed. Hey, I fixed your name. See? Fixed it. JWoww versus World, Roy Boyven, Chump 2690, The Lock Dude Abides, My Service Dog, AJ Locks and Locks, C Studio, NCR Picks, Lock Picking Hippie, Lock Junkie, Southpaw Picking Pete, Broke Picks, Manoman S9K. I had to reach out and ask him where he was from because that's not a name that you see very often. And where I grew up, we had a town right by us named Manoman. Spontaneous Disintegration, Nick's Picks, Grouchy Lenny, Zoe the Cat, Lock Junkie, Nick Bit, Humboldt Picker, Vector Potential, NNCR, NOLA Southpaw. So 30 entries that I know of so far. If you have an entry out there and I've missed it, please reach out, let me know, and I will get that fixed, get it updated. We've got Man, how much time do I have left? Not enough time to get done the things I want to get done before the giveaway yet. We are down to 2 weeks before the drawing. So it is coming up quick, guys, coming up quick. So if you didn't see your name on there, let me know. I will get that fixed. You can go hit my channel if you haven't entered yet. You can see the video on what you need to do. Need to tag in it so I can find it. Uh, I've got all kinds of outdoor cameras as well, but none of them fixed on something like that. It's more around security cameras and such. I uh, I do a lot of beta testing for Netgear. I'm in the IT world, have been for a long time, and they send me stuff to beta test and report on and do. And there for a while it was cameras, so I've got a wireless security cameras in my garage. I have a spare laying that I just keep charged up so I can swap out. I've got a spotlight security camera out in the backyard, motion detecting, night vision, all that good stuff. Right now, I'm in a beta test on some wireless gear. So pretty cool. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy playing with that stuff. I do. I do. I do. I keep thinking one of these days I need to get bold and start trying to attack this thing. Corbin Russwin core. I'd like to be able to open that thing up and see what's in there. What can you guys tell me about the thing? Is that an interchangeable core? Is that what they call those? Can't say that I know enough about them. That was one that local locksmith gave me that one, along with a bunch of other goodies. Gave me some stuff that I was able to use my leasing tools on to play with. Kind of get a feel for those a little. But I don't know that one. I haven't done anything with it yet, and I do not have a key for it, so I'm not able to open that one up at all to see what's there. Well, if any of you would like to hop in and join me and visit and chat this morning, let me know. I can get the feed over to you. It's always nice to have more people so you don't have to just sit here and just listen to me ramble on about how poor I am. Ah, let's see. Yes, we'll see if we can get anywhere with this beast today. And it's a heavy lock. There we go. I have wired security cams I can access from anywhere with no cloud service. Yeah. Um, yeah, mine are all cloud connected as well, so I can access them through an app. I do have a cloud service, like $10 a month for my cameras and doorbell and all that into one location. So that's kind of nice and not too bad. Oh, Dana Reed. Yeah, this beast. It's a cool lock, but it's been a bit of a pain for me. I don't know. Part of it I found on some of these masters, the keyway is kind of snug. This one isn't bad, but I have a couple others that, man, they just seem really tight. And it's just, I don't know if it's just sloppy. 2 a.m. Ooh, dang, pocket woman. All right. Well, you have a wonderful night. Glad you were able to stop by and say hello. Yeah, I knew it was considerably later there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting on such a work schedule, so I usually get up about 5 in the morning to get ready for work, so that's kind of the schedule I follow all the time. So it kind of stinks. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad she was able to make a visit. Drop in, say hello. It's always nice. Hope something happened. And there I gave it all up. The other point, at some point, I need to start playing more with the vise and get used to picking from a vise. On some of these locks, you kind of have to, but I'm not very used to that, so I don't have very much good luck there. Let's see. I gotta give up. I gotta go back to. I have had just really good luck so far with that. They have been far better than I could have ever expected for a pick. I'm waiting for a few people have some sets out there. I'm kind of waiting for somebody to drop me a review, let me know what they think. I've heard, people have messaged me and told me some things, but nobody's really dropped much of a video on them yet. So we will see. Yeah, yeah, I've got it. I've played with it a little bit. I've used it where I really find it works halfway decent for me is when I'm just kicked back in a chair watching TV. I can use that to kind of. I gotta lose my jacket, man. I am dying. Hey, how about now? See, that's why I was trying to ask. I was moving things around to lose my sweatshirt. I managed to mute my mic, so hopefully it's back. Yeah, I prefer in hand picking, but not all locks work that way. So Can you hear me now? Am I back? Hello, hello. There you are. Yep. Yeah. So when I went to take my sweatshirt off, I had to relocate my mic. I managed to mute it. So sorry about that. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Guess I need to get that for a screen to throw up when I screw things up, right? Oh, well, gotta have things happen once in a while. Keeps it lively. Lets me know that you guys are actually paying attention. See, that's what it is. I was testing you. Yeah, yeah. Hey, good morning, Broke Picks. How are you doing today? You could read my lips. Oh, you wouldn't want to do that. It'd be a frightening ordeal. God only knows what you might see me mouthing back here. Cussing this lock. I'm going to get back on and play a little bit more with that video for you, Broke. I want to do a little cleanup and a little tweaking. I've got some other ideas and some things I want to try as well. So hopefully have some time to mess with that, and then I'll send you an updated copy you can check out. Very talented. Oh, awesome. How did that go, Broke? I have mine on Tuesday, I hear. So we will see if I can bore the man to tears. You've got a pretty interesting story with all of your moving around and the things you've been doing. And I've watched some of your videos and watched your picking, and you're a pretty dang good picker, man. You are you are really good. Phew, I gotta quit that stupid thing. It's driving me insane. We'll go back to this BC. At least on the American locks, I can't turn the cord the wrong direction. Come on, pack lock, get with the time. Mm, yeah, I do like those handles on those moke picks, though. They are very, very comfortable to use. Having that nice big handle, that's just amazing. Yeah, you and me both, brother. You and me both. There are times I'm like, what the heck am I even doing? I'm just wasting my time. Right? Well, that's kind of where I'm at today. That seems to be normal. I get on camera and all of a sudden I can't pick squat. I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, I actually opened that. What the heck? How did I do that? I kind of wish, like on this pack lock, I wish, let's just go with this one to give you guys an idea. I wish I could pick this one a little bit with the shackle open on it so I could kind of get a handle for it. But look at that. You see how far I was bending that handle before it would open that hasp? And that thing is just super, super tight. So it just takes a crazy amount of tension, but then you over tension the doggone thing, and all of a sudden it's binds everything up. Make some breakfast, yeah. Yeah, when I'm done with this, I go upstairs and make breakfast for the wifey. She's not feeling too good today, so gotta take care of the home front. All right. I know I can get more than one person to hit like. And the sad part is somebody hit like before the live stream even started. So nobody. Oh well, I guess. More for the fun than anything, right? Let me look over here. Hopefully you're making something good for breakfast. I don't know what I'm making yet, but I want to do biscuits and gravy, but my wife doesn't like those. Hen likes. Wow, see? So apparently it doesn't automatically refresh, huh? Because mine still shows 1. I was going, man, I tell you, terrible. Holy cow, I'm up to 11. You guys rock. Grounds for divorce, right? I know. Hey, this is the same person that she doesn't like bacon. So I'm starting to think she might be a Nazi or a communist or something. I don't know. So yeah, usually if I'm gonna have biscuits and gravy, I cook that while she's sleeping. She doesn't get up nearly as early as I do. Hey, good morning, Rock Out. How are you doing today? And any of you on here, if you haven't gone and checked out Mitten Made Lock Sports, you really should. Um, Heck of a group, trying to do some really good things. So outstanding. Go look them up. I agree with you, Broke. Oh my God. How is that even possible? Eh. You know, I saw, so I use, going by Greyhound, I've got the Greyhound picking. I've seen a couple of people with a sticker that shows a greyhound and it's got a padlock up over the top of its head. What channel is that from? Any of you guys familiar with what I'm talking about? I've seen it show up in the background on a few people's feeds. I have yet been able to find that one. Just kind of curious who they are and what they're going by. That's an old one that started off, well, originally the Greyhound name, that was my mascot in my high school. And then I moved on and I used that as my CB handle. So it's just kind of stuck with me forever. Kind of a self-assigned nickname. The only other nickname I've ever really had was when I was in college. I was called Conan by the people in the group. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Turn this down. You guys will have to let me know out there in the chat if you get the feedback on audio or how it's doing.
I'm just grabbing a
What it is?
couple.
Dog picker. Trying to look that up. So what are you up to this morning, Mr. Broke?
I was doing my lock picker 1969 pre-interview.
Yep.
And playing with my grandson, and
those are kind of interesting to watch his interviews. So be interesting
yeah,
to see what the pre-interview piece looks like or does. I'm doing mine Tuesday.
yeah, he's a really good guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Man, you've got a lot of tools there, don't you? I saw you
Yeah,
sitting down with all of those different rolls and packs, and
yeah. I got my Jimmy Longs and my multi pick and my Huck and covert instruments and
that's one thing I haven't
Peterson.
played with yet are multi-pick, but well, there's a lot of them I haven't played with. But
I'm looking forward to eventually getting me a set of Mokies to try out because of my hands.
yeah, that's I
Um,
just got these yesterday. Just got a set.
and the Jimmy Longs really work good for me. I wish they were just a tad bit longer so I could lift it on that
Yeah.
on webbing, but the thickness of them it helped tremendously because I've been really struggling with my Petersons and
Well, the other thing to check out is 44 Delta and these 3D printed handles.
yep,
They fit a wide variety of them, and they actually make it really nice. I like that because they're a little thicker,
yeah,
so that makes them pretty comfortable. I like those. I need to swap over my dog legs into those handles to play with.
yeah. I can do that because I don't know if all you guys out there have seen these fantastic picks right here that I got a set of.
Hey, look at that!
These are fantastic, man. I tell you, I got these ones are going in my giveaway. I got to order me another set for me, but
Well,
that'll
I'm
be
glad
good.
you like them.
I'm gonna get some the 44 Delta uh, covers for them. Black Squash. Talk to um, East Shamish I don't know how to say his name.
Echelons,
Yeah,
Eastlands.
Echelon,
Yeah,
and he's getting a set.
yeah, and he'll custom print them so that they match the right sizes, right? So that's what he did for me. So I have the 25, 20, and 16.
Yeah,
So yeah, and it does. They work. They're pretty nice handles. The only thing I've noticed with mine on here is they fit and they hold it really tight, but there's a slight bit of slide back and forth,
yeah,
but it's like less than a 16th of an inch of movement. So I've been thinking of trying to come up with something I can use in the back end of that handle to snug that up a little bit. But yeah, I really like those a lot.
yeah,
They they make them pretty sweet.
yeah. Gonna have to try those out for sure.
Nola, I see Nola is in the house now. Let the shenanigans begin.
The shenanigans begin, huh?
Yep, every time he comes in, there's something weird going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That made a it does. It makes a big difference on those. And the thing that I was really surprised with those 3D printed handles is I don't lose any of my feedback.
Yeah,
I still feel everything through the pick just as nice as before. So they're they're awesome, and especially for the money, man. His stuff is really affordable. I think that's where these plug holders came from. Lady Locks sent me
yeah,
a couple of items, and those were in there. So I didn't have those. I never really thought about them, but being able to set that core in there when you're working your way through the pins and repinning is actually pretty doggone handy.
yeah. I did. I got me a set. Black Dude made them for me,
Yeah,
and
and I don't know where these came from. I don't know who printed these out, but
in a pinning tray. That guy's awesome. I like him.
yep,
He's got some really good videos.
yeah, they've got some neat stuff. Very very neat stuff. And yeah, this Moki set that got sent to me through Mitten Maid.
Yeah,
So Grouchy Lenny, I guess, donated those in. He won them in a draw somewhere.
nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I've seen through Lock Picker's bench. I can order uh, 3 hooks and I think I'm gonna do that when I get some extra money. Get three of those, and then I'm gonna get a set of the three law lock and try those out because those are longer and thicker too.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the law lock tools. Um, Again, haven't seen any of them, but I've sure heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah, I have.
E-Rock. Yes, obviously he does. Yeah. Thank you so much, Charles, for shipping this stuff out. It was amazing. Um, my wife thought they were pretty cool last night when I was putting them together, putting the handles on.
Yeah,
Like, "Oh, those look neat." Yeah, they do. They're they're very very nicely done, very well polished. These are really cool with that where it's got the second pin on the back or pick on the backside. So if you break it, you just take the handle off, cut it off, flip it over, and you've got your pick back.
right.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's an ingenious idea.
Yep, it is. It's very neat. Let's see. Maybe we will. So this is one. I was thinking I might have to lube this lock. This is one of them that I took apart yesterday and put a new core in it, and I repinned it and
Yeah,
got it all set back up. But it is so incredibly gritty. Even without putting a tension tool in there, you can hardly move those pins. So I was thinking
that-
I might need to shoot it in, shoot a little lock lube in it.
you can try, but it's probably still going to be that way. It's something that whatever pack lock does, they're a real gritty lock.
This
It's
is the
like
worst. I've got like 3 different pack locks, and this one is by far the worst of any of them. Man, it's just horrible.
I don't know what they do. It's like that.
I don't know.
I mean, I love the pack locks, you know, but they're so gritty.
Yeah, yeah. This one's just absolutely a horrible abomination of a lock. I've got to counter rotate almost every sinking pin, and when you do that, everything else drops back again. And like, I hate you. The core that I had in here was pretty decent, but that's the one that I managed to brick. And actually, I still have it sitting right here, and it's still, I can't get that thing. It won't. I got it rotated back to forward, so I could probably pick it back out again and pull the pins out of that core. So it's not full. I think I have 5 pins in it right now because I was progressive pinning it at the time that I screwed it up.
Yeah, the
But
spring.
yeah, they're talking about the springs. That's one thing I noticed in one of my American 1100s when I pulled it apart and record it, and I put the original pins back in it. I need to find, I guess, new springs for it because all of the pins they just barely even stick into the core at all. They're all just the springs are just compressed,
Yep.
and I don't know if I got I got pins or springs, but I don't think they're the right size, so they're not going to fit. So I'm gonna have to find somebody that I can get some pins from. And I don't know. Well, I bet I can get those. That local locksmith that I've got down here, he does a lot of work on American locks. Not particularly the. Yeah, see, there we go. The 1100s, but other models of it. But I'm betting the springs are all the same size and all of those. And I bet I can go down there and pick up some springs from them.
Yep. And you can get that set on Amazon, pins and spring.
Yeah,
Um,
I ordered. I found a guy on the Discord channel. Oh, what was his name? Skipper76. I bought 1100 cores from him, and he sent me a bunch of pins. So I've got a bunch of extra pins, but there were no springs. So, but I guess I didn't ask for springs. So,
yeah.
but I do have that, so Rick can redo that side of it. I just need to get pins, and I'm sure I can get pins from that guy down here. He's been really good to me, and I'll buy them from him. I'm not gonna try and just get pins, but
Yeah.
with him having all of those, like I said, he gave me a whole pile of stuff. I don't know if you've messed with one of these before. I mentioned it in here earlier, but This Corbin Russ one. Oh,
Oh, the SFIC.
that's what I was thinking that was. I don't have
Or,
any key for it, so I haven't messed with it yet.
yeah,
But I'm going to try. So this one's going to have two different sets, right?
yeah,
You're going to have the master and then the open set. That's kind of what I thought that was, but I wasn't sure. So
yeah,
that's one we'll have to play with here at some point. But
yeah. I just got open the Medico LFIC and then got the core out.
yeah, see, I want to get that one. I'd like to get that one to the master set and pull it apart, and then see what I can do to maybe build keys for it. If I can see
Yeah,
what it looks like in there, it'd be kind of fun to do.
yeah. I haven't done a Corbin rustling, but I'm pretty good at getting the LFIC and SFIC cores out and picking them to control. Except for G Keyman, he just dropped me off a couple of best locks that I can't get for the life of me.
That's funny. So one of the guys that I work with, he bought the pick set that I've got out of my store that I'm selling the whole kit, and I've got this little rake in it, and that's the one from Southern Specialties.
Yeah,
And he was commenting. He said, "I pulled that thing out, and I was looking at this rake and going, what the heck do you open with that stupid thing?" He goes, "That's the goofiest looking rake ever." He goes, "Now that I've played with it a little bit, that's the best pick I've ever seen in my life." Well, we have these LFICs that work in our office doors, and he's like,
yeah.
"I can rake open that office door." He said, "In like 5 seconds with that pick."
Oh, I'm gonna have to try that one because I'm trying to get my raking game up. Because I stopped raking after very shortly after I really started getting into picking because
Right. Yeah,
I
me
don't know.
too. I kind of started with raking and then moved on to single pin, and I go back and rake a little bit, but if it's not a white or a yellow belt rated lock, I'm probably not going to get it raked open. Well, it's not probably not. I'm not going to. I saw somebody made the comment that the springs, Charles Watt, and these pack locks that the springs go bad in a hurry. Well, the other thing I notice is it sure seems like the material that they use in their cores is incredibly soft. You've got to
Yeah.
be careful or it just wallows out in a heartbeat.
Hmm. Well, that's after Master
Horrible.
Lock took over American. Everything went to crap. Yeah, cheeky man. I can't. I've tried. I can rake the one to. I can rake and pick it to operating, but I can't get it to control for the life of.
Well, you're doing better than me then, because like I said, if it isn't, one of these little brinks or the like a Master 140, something of those lines, I'm not going to get it raked. I've got a Master 150. I can't rake that thing to save my life.
It's all about tension control,
Yeah,
and
and
I
that's what
think
I need to play with and learn.
and I think I would be able to do a lot more if I went back and learned some more raking because that's all tension control. And when you get higher up into these locks and stuff, it's all tension control.
Right. Yeah. No, you're very right. That's would probably help me quite a bit if I spent more time doing that, so I'd learn that tensioning better.
At least that's what I think anyway.
Yeah. Well, hey, you mind holding the fort down for just a second? I need to go let a puppy dog out.
Yeah, I can
Down
do
here
that.
screaming at me. Be right back, guys.
Hey, G Key man, did you ever get the smaller best lock even picked at all? Because so far I haven't. Maybe I should try to work on it a little bit right now before I bring them back to you. My son-in-law is in the hospital right now, so I'm not gonna have the car today. So I was seeing if you were gonna be out and about today, or maybe go to, I can bring it tomorrow. Yeah, those 1100s are they're a pain for sure. Go counterclockwise. I've tried counterclockwise. I guess I didn't think about starting from a different pin. I can. This one I haven't been able to get at all.
Well, that's a cool looking lock. Be able to hear me all right?
Yeah. And then this one I can pick to operation. I just can't pick to control.
What brand of lock is that one?
It's a best.
Best?
Yeah. SFIC. They're G Key Man brought them to me and see if I could get them to control. Because I usually can get just about everything, but I guess I overstated my skills. And these two are really making an ass of me.
I got you challenged, huh? Well, you know. So that's I'm playing within this Moke set. It came with a triple peak rake, and I'm used to using either a quad or a quint. So
Yeah.
it's taken me a little bit to kind of figure that thing out. I'm just not really used to it. But it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah.
But again, as soon as I get to something like this 150, I can't rake it. I see
Yeah.
people raking
I
these
saw.
1100s and pack locks and some of those LFICs, and I'm like, how the heck? I got to definitely try and figure out my skills and what I'm doing in raking.
Yeah. Here's a pick I'd like people to tell me if they use is a L rake or a city rake. I've only
Right?
been able to pick a couple things with this. I
Yep,
don't
I've
know.
never had good luck. I do not like the city rakes, and yeah, I see some people use them and seem to have really good success with them. But boy, that sure isn't me.
Yeah, I can't. And it's very few that I can open to that with that. I can't even think of one that I can right at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm in the same boat, man. It just does not cooperate well at all. Hey, I see I've hit 130 subscribers now.
Nice.
Woo! Well, considering I haven't hardly been on doing much of anything, so I was out of town for a few days, went off up into Billings, Montana, and met some friends up there and spent a few days hanging
Nice.
out, doing little to nothing, spending money I didn't have to spend shopping. So,
Yeah.
so now I'm back, and I just got to figure out what I want to do for some content and get back to working on some stuff. kind of enjoy these lives. They're kind of fun.
Yeah, I need to start doing more.
Well, the one thing I found weird is I'm using this restream so that way I can have guests join in, and you get all this chat activity. But when you're done and it actually saves it into YouTube, all that chat disappears.
Hmm.
And I'm not really sure why that is. I guess it's something within I'm sure it's part of their premium feature they want you to pay for, but I don't
Probably.
do enough of this content to justify what they want to charge. So I just try and use their free one.
Yeah, I got to figure out the restream because I got some stuff coming up where I got some people that want to be on or
Yeah.
we're putting together, but I don't know how to use the restream.
And it's really pretty simple. I'm just trying to figure out if I like Restream or StreamYard better.
Yeah,
Oh, heat wave, you've got 4 degrees, huh? Well, we are at -1, -15 with the wind. So, and unfortunately out here we have lots of wind. It never stops blowing. Oh, it doesn't save on any live, so even if you do it direct through YouTube. All right, well, I guess I won't worry about that then. I was just kind of curious about that, so thank you for that answer. See, and that's what I think if I told it to record it and then I upload it after the fact, that may record the chat and keep it. But I haven't tried doing that yet. But yeah, I've been playing with either Restream or StreamYard trying to decide which one I like better.
yeah,
Um, I know StreamYard, I believe that's the one Lady Locks uses most of the time. And I've used it before and it works pretty well. I went to Restream trying it because some other guys were using it, and I can integrate it with OBS Studio. So like I said, I love OBS Studio because I can change camera views and I can rotate cameras and all kinds of things in there.
yeah.
But once you're tied in with that, you can't invite guests. So that didn't work out like I hoped either.
What is that? Jason's replays with chat?
That's what they say. I don't know.
Hmm.
Don't know.
Oh, I'm getting hot.
You're getting hot? Yeah. I was I don't know if my wife turned up the temperature in the house or not, but all of a sudden it started getting kind of roasty down here for me.
Yeah, my room doesn't have crap for insulation, and so I turned the little heater on just before I linked up and
Gotcha.
up the room real quick.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out in my basement. I've got an unfinished basement, and I've got my a desk down here. I used to work down here for quite a while, but I kind of quit doing that. But moved back upstairs into an extra room for an office.
Maybe I'll get lucky.
I don't mind working down here in the basement. It's kind of quiet and peaceful, and I get left alone.
Yeah,
And then it doesn't matter what my wife's doing upstairs or how loud the TV's going or any of that. It doesn't bother at work, right? Because I'm on the phone quite a bit with my work. So no rest for the wicked, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm betting what they're doing is they're doing the recording and then uploading the video after the fact. If I had to guess, because I can turn that on. Maybe I'll try that and I'll just see what it looks like. I haven't tried that before. Oh, can't do that without upgrading. So Yeah, and I'm not gonna mess with that because, man, I think the last time I looked at their upgrade, it was $20 a month or something in order to have that. And, I mean, if I were on and monetizing, making money out of it, and doing a lot more, then maybe. But for the little bit of stuff I'm doing, I'm already spending enough on my tools. I don't need to, to spend it on YouTube videos.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in the same boat. I just put some money down and got a tablet so I could do better videos. And
Yeah, what kind of tablet did you get?
I got the Samsung S9.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. I haven't tried editing my videos on any of the Android devices to see how that goes, but I think you can do a lot more, especially with the YouTube Studio stuff. But I do all my editing on a Windows computer or a Linux computer, depending on what my mood is that day.
Yeah, that's I it's got a better it's got this and I think it's a Windows program, uh Studio, I think it is. And I can definitely do better editing and stuff like that. I can add that intro like you sent me,
Yeah.
and I added that in, and yeah, it's working out pretty nice for me. I gotta start doing working on it a little more, but
Well, and then
yeah,
it's nice when you're doing stuff like this, you can set up that tablet to the side and pull the chat up. So you have a little bigger window to view the chat and see what's going on while you're doing the stream using your phone or if whichever. But
yeah, exactly.
I've done that before too. That works really well. I know my daughter, she's an influencer for Amazon and reviews products and things and posts up videos all the time. Well,
Oh
she is
yeah,
a diehard Apple fan, and I keep trying to give her hints and tips on things she needs to do to make her videos better, and she can't figure out how to do it on an Apple. It's like, well,
yeah,
it's simple, man. On my Android, that's easy. But like she records and she'll hold up the product and she'll show the product. Well, the name's all backwards. Nobody in the video can read it,
yeah.
and she can't figure out how to get it to reverse the video. And I finally got her to upload the video over to her computer so she could edit it over there. And she goes, "Oh man, that's so much easier." Yep. Well, now I'll have to get her using OBS Studio because you can record the video and then in OBS Studio you can reverse it so that your images aren't backwards.
Oh, I need to do that too
Oh,
because
OBS
I've
Studio
been,
is an amazing tool. You're exactly right, Nola. iOS is dog water. But I will say this, right? So I work in IT for a semi big company, and we give out cell phones to certain employees. And really, when it comes down to handing them out to the end users, I would rather give them an Apple than an Android. And the main reason is they can't change any settings on a stupid iPhone, so they can't screw it up. It just works. But with the way I always voice it is if you run an Apple phone, you have to learn how that phone operates in order to use that phone. On an Android, you can customize every single thing on that doggone thing, so you can make it do what you want it to do.
yeah,
Oh, what? Come on, come on, come on! I'd have to try and swap cameras here and show my work buddy, or I'll just do this. I'll just change over. Hey, buddy.
yeah, Stu. You need to get one of those, or they're amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm charging mine right now. I wasn't expecting to come on, but
Well, I appreciate you hopping
went
in.
to my Verizon and added it to it. I can't really afford it, but hopefully people will buy some of my t-shirts and stuff on my site I got up now.
I put out a couple of things like that with logos on it on my site. Not planning on selling it, but just so that I can say that, yeah, hey, Fourth Wall, I've got some of your products listed. Well, one of my desk mats got bought the other day, and
Oh yeah.
he was talking about it when he got it, and the quality of the material is pretty crappy. It is. It's typical of the cheap, knockoff mouse pad type stuff. Super thin, not much to it, but And you can definitely see where my logo got printed on it. You know, the edges of it are very sharp and kind of stand out. So, yeah, but
Oh,
it's all right. It's better than nothing, I guess. But the
yeah.
image, my logo came out looking much better than what I expected. So I was kind of happy with that. But I think, and it was far bigger than I ever expected it to be as well. I was downright shocked at the size of that thing.
Yeah. I couldn't get my logo to fit on there right. It looked weird. I was gonna do one of those too. Ah, I'm over this. I'm over GK man. I'm over your best locks. I'm over 'em. I've been doing it for days.
You have a Note 8 that you use, huh, Nola? Yeah. The only thing I have for a tablet actually is from my work, so I don't have a personal tablet at all. One of these days, I'll just need to give up and buy one.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, it came with an S pen. It has a button. I don't know
Yep.
what the button does.
You can use that like if you're drawing and stuff for erasing and reversing and things like that.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you guys know all about this stuff because I don't, and I can ask you guys.
So that's how that desk mat turned out, and
It
I
don't
think
look
that
too
logo
bad.
on there looks pretty good.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, and like I said, that thing is way bigger than I expected it to be. So that's pretty cool, and at least it's all stitched around the edge, so you shouldn't have it screwing up too bad. But yeah, I think it turned out good.
Yeah, it
I
looks
mean, it's
nice.
you can definitely see the crisp edges of where it's printed. I tried to match the color up to it to try and get it to blend in, but there's only so much you can do. But hey, you know,
Yeah,
it is
I
what it
hope
is.
mine doesn't. I hope my shirts and stuff don't look dumb. I want to order one. I just don't have
Yeah, I've got a
too
sweatshirt I think I
much
threw those
month and
logos
not
on.
enough. Too much month and not enough money.
Yeah, exactly. I ordered a coffee mug and a mouse pad the other day as samples of those just so I could check them out and see what they look like and show them. But I think that looked pretty good, and I think the mouse pad will look really good because that logo fits the mouse pad all the way around edge to edge. So
Yeah,
I think it'll look really neat. You see, yeah, these a lot of guys talk about that like use tablets. I have a Dell Windows computer that's actually a got a detachable keyboard, so it operates as a tablet. So I use that one quite a bit for a lot of and it's got a pen on it, so I can use that for editing and drawing and things like that with it. It's pretty cool.
nice.
But it's one that we had at work, and they were getting rid of it. We were scrapping it because it works fine for an individual person, but trying to do work stuff on it, you get more than about 2 apps on it, and it just bogs out and pukes. So we were just gonna throw it out. So I filled out the paperwork to take ownership of it. And works just fine for what I'm doing.
Cool.
Yeah. One of the nice things of where I work is it's the same way the computer I'm on right now is another one that was in the scrap heap, and I decided I'd try and revive it and use it for some of this. It works all right. It overheats on me a little bit every once in a while, so I got to be careful of that. How much stuff I have open and cranking on it. So eventually, I'll give up and buy something. But I don't know. We're getting ready to replace some other newer ones, and maybe I'll type one of those when they become available. The
Oh,
biggest
this
thing
one.
for a lot of the video editing is graphics. Got to have a decent graphics card where it slows up. And I learned a few tips and tricks there, and I've been able to speed mine up considerably on its video processing.
Yeah.
And sometimes they take their own sweet honking time.
Yeah. Oh, and I got
Like I said, I have a tablet I can use a little bit because I use it for a lot of personal stuff too, but it is a company work device, so I try not to do too much personal stuff on it.
I forgot I do have microphones now.
Yep, that's what I'm using, are a set of those. I did buy, I don't know if it made any difference or not, but I bought the windscreen put on there that's supposed to help improve the audio a bit. I don't really know if it makes any difference or not. There. Just got to be careful with the dang thing because when I go to take it off, I'll throw it on the floor like I just did there. I'll mute myself when I'm trying to move it around or adjust it because there's a little button on there to mute the microphone. But and then the kit that I bought, I don't know which one you got. Mine actually came with 2 microphones.
Yeah,
So if I
I
didn't
got.
have a second person on with me, I can just hand them a mic, or if my bank battery goes dead, I can just grab the second mic and keep on rolling.
Yep, that's what I thought. It's nice to have the second one.
Yeah, I can always play with the fan speeds on it too. But I put a program on here to monitor the temperatures, and it's really not as bad, especially after what really killed me was when I was processing videos. But then I found that leave it to good old Windows. I'm using a graphics intensive application, and it doesn't automatically allocate it to use the graphics cards for the processing, so it uses the CPU, and that was causing it to overheat. So I went in and changed it and told it, no, this application uses the graphics card, and that brought my temperatures down considerably and sped up my video processing, about doubled the speed on my video processing. I was getting about 45 frames a second processing, and now I'm getting about 91. So it made a significant difference making that change on the machine. So what's nice about running under the Linux side of the world is it just does it. Yeah, I've got earbuds I could use as well, or I don't know, I've got microphones all around me. I can change over. Maybe I'll actually do that and have you tell me if it's any better or not. I'll change over. I have to that one. How does the audio sound this way?
It's loud.
Loud?
Sounds good. I think the other one's better though.
Yeah. Well, this one's actually a conference room speaker system I'm hooked to right now. So, oh, hey, go back to the right place. And we'll just go back there. That's my little lapel mic.
Yeah, I like that one better.
I don't think they sound too bad from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. You can take those old Windows machines and you can put a lot of good life into them by doing Linux on them. I have an old MacBook up here that I've been thinking about opening that thing up and putting Linux on it because it's old enough now that I can't install the latest version of Apple and leave it to good old Apple. If you don't have the latest version, half the software in the store you can't install anymore. They won't let you. That's how they force you to upgrade. So I might just reboot it and put Linux on it. I don't know. I might just go throw it in the junk heap too. Sound is good. Yeah. Like I said, I've almost got a little mini studio going down here. I've got one camera that's directly overhead shining down on my workspace that I can use that camera as well to change the view. Let's see. Come on. So there, I've got that one that just comes straight down on my workspace, and I'll use that one quite a bit when I'm trying to show things in work. But then I've got my camera over here, and then I've got another camera out in front of me if I ever wanted to show my ugly mug. But nobody needs that kind of negativity in their life. I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, you got to shoot vertical videos. You got to do verticals." Well, I don't know. It's not that hard to turn your phone if you want a full screen view, in my mind. So I don't shoot much directly from my phone. This is actually my phone that I'm using for a camera. It's just hooked to my computer to use it that way. The only thing that I like with it is I can come over here and I can zoom where my other cameras won't let me zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to set up a nice camera setup like that, but
I want to find a better dedicated camera for it rather than using my phone. But the only thing I don't like is, I've got a tripod here with a ring light on it, and I've got another tripod holding a camera on it. It just ends up getting in the way and kind of limits your space to actually work on things.
exactly. That's what I'm struggling with, and I don't have that
That's
much space to begin with.
right. That's why I like this camera that's overhead. I can move the other stuff out of the way and just have it shining down on the workspace, and there's nothing else in my way. I can actually work on stuff, but it's not exactly a high quality, high resolution, so it doesn't the camera on my phone does a considerably better job. But oh well, I'm getting the hang of this one, so it's probably about time to open it up and add some more pins into it before I screw it up and turn it the wrong way and seize it up again. Uh, it's one thing I don't like on the pack locks, the fact that you can turn it the wrong way. I've gotten used to the Americans, you can't turn it the wrong direction.
Yeah,
So I'll probably have to end this one around 10 o'clock today. I did one I went to about 11, I don't know, 11:30 or something. The wife wasn't very happy with me. Spent half the day down there. But you get some people on that you can chat with, and then chatting with people in the chat itself. I
yeah,
kind of enjoy it. It's kind of fun.
yeah. I like it a lot too.
That's kind of the one thing I like about the lives is, especially get some other people to hop on with you, get some interaction going. See, this is one of them. This is that master I was talking about. This one earlier. It's one of them. It's got the US engraving on it. It really doesn't say what model master it is. It says DG Master Lock Company.
Huh.
But that's one of them. I have not had any luck raking that thing yet. But it's one of them. It's a dead core, dead shackle lock.
Those take some getting used to.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. They're a strange feel.
Yeah, like the master lock. What is it? The 911. That's that one was a struggle for me to figure out. I had it open many times and didn't even realize it.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right, Dana. It is a good way to learn, and like I said, I enjoy the interaction. Right, you can actually talk about stuff you're working on and get feedback from people real time. Like you said, learning as you're going. It's pretty sweet. But
Yeah, and
yeah, I don't
sometimes
remember.
you need that
Yeah,
to work
exactly.
with somebody. You know, I was really struggling with my medicals where I used to be able to do them no problem, and I sat there with Dig, and he's like, do this, slow down, check and it calmed my mind so I could get it. And now I'm tearing through medicos.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's like I said earlier. I don't know if you were on yet or not, but one of my biggest downfalls is patience. I have little to none. So I'll work on a lock for a couple of minutes and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. I put it down and move on to something else.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, right? I need to learn to be a little more patient and stick with things. And
Well,
that's how I'm gonna get to where I can really feel what the pins are telling me.
yeah, it's it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes you need to do that because you're gonna get frustrated and it's just gonna wreck your whole picking if you don't just
Right.
set something aside and move on. And
Right.
then sometimes it's you're not progressing.
Yeah. So has anybody heard when Covert Instruments is supposed to release those new picks that they've got? They've been touting them and advertising them, and I see people out there that are testing them and showing them off, but haven't heard anything about when they're actually going to release them. All it
It's
says is coming soon.
got
So
to
we're gonna
be
have to.
really soon.
You would think. I'm thinking I might have to try a set of those out. I've never used anything Covert Instruments other than my tubular pick, So might have to get a set of those just to try out and see what I think of them. Everybody says really good things about the Covert Instrument tool line.
Yeah, they're
Either
pretty
a set
good.
of those or a set of those or the Reaper set. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about the lock picking community overall. Everybody's been super amazing, super helpful. It's been incredible.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The lock picking community was there for me when I was down and out and in a gutter.
Yeah,
I had people that talked to me through the night, and it wasn't about lock picking. It was just about life in general. And,
right.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. That Reaper pick set looks pretty sweet. I might have to try that out. The other thing I talked to Aaron about over at Southern Specialties was taking my dog leg pick, and I asked him if he'd be able to cut one of those out to fit in their pocket tool set. It's like I'd love to have that profile in my pocket set.
oh, that would be good.
Yeah, so I think he was going to maybe try and make one for me so I could try it out. But I've got enough room to add one more pick into my pocket set right now, so like that'll be a perfect addition to throw in there. Just give me the 25 thousandths. I don't need anything super thin, not in the pocket set anyway, and I'll run with it.
Yeah, the Reaper set is really good.
Yeah, that's what I've
Um,
heard. Like I said, I have never had my hand on a single Covert Instrument pick. I've never touched a single one. So what is that? Oh, there we go.
I had the Reaper set, and I got one for my son, and he's using it. He likes it too.
Yeah. I've heard some people talking about that the pick ends seem kind of short.
They are. There's one issue I have with them is they're
Ooh,
really short, and I don't understand why. But
yeah. I just saw I just saw an announcement pop up over here. Let me go double check this. It said what I thought it said. That's pretty sweet. That'll be a huge congratulations. Find it. Announcements. Nick Vitt Locks has officially got his black belt. Congratulations, Nick Vitt. That is amazing.
oh,
I
that's
don't know that I will ever be to that point. I've looked at some of those black belt locks, and holy Toledo, that stuff is so far over my head.
that is awesome.
Yeah, it is. That is outstanding.
I'll try the belt system. I don't know.
I've been playing with it, and I like it. It's fun. It allows you to keep yourself challenged and engaged a little bit. And what I like more than anything is just being able to kind of go through that site and look at what the different belts and the locks are that fall into different belt ratings. And it kind of gives me an idea of what's the next lock style that I want to get to be able to challenge myself. But I'm
That's
at
what I
the green belt level right now, and I'm content with staying right here because there's so much work I still need to do on like these American 1100s and learning the pack locks for the blue belt side. And I'm in no hurry to move onward and upward because I have so much to learn where I'm at. That's the one thing I've seen with some people is they just blast through one lock after another going through the belts. Well, then they come back and they can't pick anything that's outside of what they learned in order to get that belt level. And I don't want to be that, one trick pony, as it were. I
Yeah,
want to
that's
spend some
what
time
I'm
and
afraid
learn.
of. 'Cause I've picked black belt locks. I've picked
Yeah.
white belt locks, and I can get stuck on a yellow belt lock. You know,
Oh,
where
absolutely. I've got a couple of yellow belts and I've got a couple of orange belt locks that, man, they challenge the heck out of me. They kick my butt, and then others that don't. So yeah,
and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of leery of doing the belt system is I don't want to go on there and be like, I picked like 3 black belt locks plus dial, and then I
yeah,
can't even pick a yellow or orange belt lock.
yeah. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. And yeah, I agree with you, Nola, too. That's because you can't justify the cost of the black belt locks. Yeah, I've looked a couple of those up, and yeah, you aren't a joking. There are some unbelievably expensive locks in there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, one of the next things I want to play with too is I have this Sparrows tweezer set for pinning, and I like those. They're nice little tweezers. But I have this other old set that I've had forever. They're Pakistan made. They came out of some medical kit, but they don't have the. I want to try and curve the ends to use them
Yeah.
for pinning because I really like these because man, they've got a much longer reach. I can reach way back in there and grab stuff where these kind of can get hung up, and these just work better that way. But I
I
need
got
to
the
shape the tip.
covert
Oh,
instrument ones.
yeah, and you've got those are the reverse picks where
Yeah.
they're tensioned when they're closed, right? I
Yeah.
thought those would be pretty nice. One of the other things that came with these from Lady Locks is one of those slide open pinning trays, and I like that. I like it. Other than for me, the compartments in there for holding your pins and springs, they're too narrow and deep. I can't get in there with the tweezers to get a pin out. Right?
Yeah.
I have to grab it lengthwise and pull it out, and then lay it down somewhere, and then turn it so I can put it in a lock because you can't just grab it normally. Where
Yeah.
where this style, the snap open style, this actually has some pins in it. This one's got more than enough room. I can get in there with the tweezers and pull the pins out in the right format. So I don't have to worry about them rolling around or losing them when I lay them down.
Yeah.
So I actually like those better. I get where some people don't like these because if you're not careful when you're opening, because they do snap pretty hard, they can take off and send your pins flying. I guess if you're not careful. But the U9 is about the cheapest black belt you can get. I guess I haven't looked the U9 up yet. But that's what I like about that LPU site, though, is just going out there and looking at the different locks and seeing what some of them are. It is absolutely crazy. Well, I suppose I
Yeah.
could go all kinds of nuts on tweezers. 'Cause, I have plenty. This one would probably work because I don't know if you can see the end of that. It's got little teeth on there.
Oh, yeah.
These are medical tweezers for pulling out sutures, but they would probably work. There's another one I could bend. But I have lots of, and then I have the nice little curved locking pliers. I've got lots of that kind of junk from occupations in the past, so I have no shortage of tweezers and tools and tips for making people miserably uncomfortable. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Exactly what you're saying, GT man. I want to take this set and I want to make a pin groove at the end of it for grabbing them because I think that'd work good. I just haven't played with these to see how malleable they're going to be. I'll probably have to take my little torch to them and heat them up before I do that. You don't like using the reverse to gut. Yeah, they might be. I don't know. Of course, I haven't tried those yet, but I kind of thought the one thing that'd be nice about those is once you've let it grab a hold of the pin, it's not dropping that pin until you squeeze it and release it. Where
Yeah.
you can accidentally loosen your grip a little bit on the other one, and all of a sudden the pin's like, oh God, where'd it go?
Because my hands have a habit of just giving out on me.
Yeah,
That's why I got the reverse ones.
right.
So that
And
I know.
I can really see them from that standpoint. They make a lot of sense. They really do. Yeah, they really do. This one. This is the one I was talking about that takes man, it takes so much tension to turn it because the shackle's like bound up on the core in this thing. And not only that, you gotta fight like heck to even get the key out. This is one of those new cores that they sent me, and that's the bitting on that one. It doesn't look that bad. But boy, that first one, man, that sucker hangs up on a pin and you got all you can do to get the key out of it.
Jeez.
That one's gonna be a pain. And the worst part is just the amount of and I can see when I turn the key, I can actually watch the entire shackle pull in. Just how much it's bound up. And then when you go back, I don't know if you can see that there. See how it moves when I release it back.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of tension on that core. I push it in, and then it's just smooth as butter.
Yeah,
It's definitely bound up. That one's a pain just because of how much tension it takes.
that's crazy. I know they got a lot of shackle tension, but that's absurd.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Mine isn't anywhere
That's
near
like
that.
that's like I was showing earlier. I stuck it in and I took here's a 1 millimeter tension bar. We'll see what it does on that. Do you see how much was bending that before it would move? I mean, it's a crazy amount of tension I've got to put on there. You can really see it with the 0.8 millimeter.
Wow.
That's just to get the key to even start to turn. So that one, I don't expect the keyway to last too long because you got to put just so much honking tension on it to move it. But that's one thing I really like with this Moke Tools tension set that I got. They seem to fit and hold in there a lot better than the other ones that I have.
Yeah.
Other than I think I'm already getting that poor keyway wallowed out. There we go. See if I can do anything in this lock at all. Yeah, see, this is one of them that is just super super gritty. I mean, it is just all around this thing. This lock sucks.
Hmm.
You can't feel anything. It's just, yeah. Might have to check out one of the other cores that I've got because I think I ended up getting. I think I got 4 of the pack lock cores.
Yeah, I'd just hang that one on the wall and forget about it.
Yeah, I don't have all the pins in this one right now either because that's the one I was going to play with. But this one might turn into a. This one I might have to just engrave my logo on it and mail it to somebody else and say good luck.
Here you
Or
go. It's an easy one. I had no problem with it.
maybe I'll have to play with the pins in it a little bit and see if I can make it even more difficult for somebody. I need to do that yet. Play with making a challenge lock. I haven't done that yet, so I got to figure out what I'm doing there. I think that looks like it'd be kind of fun to do, but
Yeah, I did one about a week ago. It was pretty fun. Jeep Keyman's got it now. He added to it. I think it's going to be really good. I can't wait to
oh
try
really?
it. He did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a couple of cores. I think it was Nick that sent me those. So I have cores. I just need to sit down and play with it and try to make one. And I think this worked out perfect. So that Moke set fits just perfectly in that Southern Specialties case. And with the
Nice.
tension wrenches and stuff, man, that's just top notch. So they found their new home.
That's nice.
Yeah, yeah. I had somebody ask me that if they would fit. And I don't know if you can see that. I mean, they are about as close to not fitting as you can get, but it fits and zips shut just fine. So that's pretty awesome. That's the other thing that's nice with those handles from 44 Deltas. It's so easy to swap them from one pick to another. So once you've got a set, you can move them around pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with these dogleg picks, I sent a set of those off for some testing and review from a guy, and he still has never uploaded a video for it.
Oh, yeah.
No, so
I
oh
think
well.
I uploaded something on it.
Huh?
I think I uploaded something on it, unless it was one of the ones I
I
accidentally erased.
I sent out the first set ever made, so they were before they were even available to buy. I had sent a set out to get them tested and reviewed. But here's what it is. Like I said, that thing I'm going to tackle one of these days. But for now, it's got a good home in a vice. I'm not up for that level of punishment just yet. Yeah, that key in this lock is just stupid tight. I mean, it really hangs up in there, and I'm sure it's got to be that number one pin because that's such a deep cut. It's just dropping in there and hanging.
Yeah.
It goes in nice and smooth, and sometimes, I mean, like there now, but then all of a sudden it'll just lock. It's very strange. And then gutting these is kind of a pain in the rear. Well, you gotta put the key in, open it up, then pull the screw, then you gotta lock it again so you can get the key out, so you can get the bottom plate out.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
They're kind of an interesting lock. Yeah. Oh, gotta put that with that. See, and then that's the one that is going in with my giveaway. I thought about going down and engraving my logo on it, laser engraving it, but I figured a green belt lock to go with the giveaway would be good. And then I've got both vice bases, this great big monstrosity, which is nice and it fits in this pad grate and the small one of the two. I glued on a mouse pad to the bottom of them, so that way they stick to your surface and don't slide around. That's one problem I've got with those 3D printed vices. Is if
Yeah.
you're not on a pad like this, if you're on a hard surface, they slide around real easy. So with that on there, it doesn't move. Oh my goodness. I'm over here knocking stuff all over the ground. Well, guys, I think I'm going to have to call her a day and go get something done.
Yeah, I am too.
I greatly appreciate all of you showing up and the interaction in the chat. That was awesome. I do appreciate it, each and every one of you. So we'll hopefully keep on knocking these things out, and I'll probably keep doing these Sunday mornings. Seems like it's a good time for me anyway to get on and do these lives. And it's a nice time to do it, knock them out, and get to play with some of these other things. I'll be working on some more content to try and get some more stuff uploaded as well. So there we go. Thank you much for joining me too, Brook Picks. Appreciate you hopping on and
Anytime.
hanging out. It's always a good time. Yep. Take care, everybody. Stay warm, stay safe. And remember, stay legal. Talk to you guys later. Bye.